Okay, so have you ever noticed those like nagging aches and pains that just won't seem to go away?
Like the kind that just pop up out of nowhere?
Yeah, exactly. Or maybe you're feeling a little bit foggy-brained. It's hard to concentrate.
It can be so frustrating.
And it's like, what is going on?
Right.
Well, what if we told you that chronic inflammation could be a major factor in all of those things?
Yeah. We often think of inflammation as like that obvious swelling after an injury,
Right.
but it can be so much more than that.
Yeah, it's this like underlying simmering process that can really impact our health in so many different ways.
It really can.
And that is exactly what we're diving deep into today.
Absolutely.
Our mission is to explore what we are calling the ultimate daily anti-inflammatory diet.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. So we've been looking at some fascinating research from places like Harvard, Yale, Oxford.
Those are some pretty credible sources.
I know, right? And you know what's really interesting is that we're also going to be weaving in the ancient wisdom of Ayurvedic principles.
Ah, Ayurveda. I love that you're bringing that in.
Yeah, because, both modern science and Ayurveda really emphasize the profound impact that our diet can have on inflammation.
Exactly. It's all about that mind-body connection.
And the best part is, we're not just going to talk about abstract concepts.
Yep.
We are going to give you actionable strategies, a step-by-step guide to building an inflammation-fighting meal plan from morning to night.
So we're talking practical tips that people can actually implement.
Absolutely. And get this, we even have a little secret to share.
Ooh, a secret. Tell me more.
Let's call it secret number 3 for now.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
It's a specific food combination that research suggests could potentially lower inflammation by a whopping 70%.
Wow, 70%. That's huge.
I know, right? And the crazy thing is, it's something that most people completely overlook.
Okay, now I really want to know what it is.
You have to wait and see.
All right, you've got me hooked.
But first, let's start at the very beginning of the day.
Okay, the morning.
Yes, so let's talk about hydration.
Ah, the foundation of a good day.
One of the sources we looked at had this really catchy name for their morning hydration ritual. They called it golden detox water.
Golden detox water. That sounds intriguing.
I know, right? So the idea is that when we wake up in the morning, our bodies tend to be in a slightly more acidic state.
Which makes sense after a night of, fasting and our body's natural detoxification processes.
Exactly. So this morning, hydration ritual is all about helping to gently nudge that pH back into balance and flush out any accumulated toxins.
Okay, I'm following.
And there's actually some pretty interesting science to support this.
So there's evidence behind it.
Yeah. For instance, studies from Johns Hopkins have shown that lemon water can help reduce oxidative stress.
Interesting.
And turmeric, which is another key ingredient in this golden detox water, has been shown to lower CRP.
And for those who might not know, CRP stands for C-reactive protein, which is a key marker of inflammation in the body.
Right, so seeing that go down is a good sign.
Absolutely.
Now, if we look at this through the lens of Ayurveda, you'll find this concept called Ushapan.
Ushapan.
Yeah, it basically translates to morning drinking.
I like it.
And it's all about starting the day with warm water to kind of awaken the digestive system and kickstart those natural detoxification processes.
So it's like a gentle way to ease into the day.
Exactly.
I love that.
The specific recipe that's often recommended is warm water with turmeric, a pinch of black pepper, and a squeeze of fresh lemon juice.
That sounds refreshing and good for you.
I know, and that black pepper isn't just for taste.
Oh, really? There's more to it.
Yeah, it actually helps your body absorb curcumin, which is the active anti-inflammatory compound in turmeric.
Ah, so it's all about maximizing those benefits.
Exactly. Now, for those who might want a little variation, we also came across a suggestion for coconut water with soaked chia seeds.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Right. The coconut water is great for replenishing electrolytes, and the chia seeds add fiber and healthy fats.
So it's like a more substantial option for those who might need a little extra something in the morning.
Yeah, like after a workout, or if you're just feeling extra dehydrated.
Right.
All right, so you've had your golden detox water. You're feeling hydrated and ready to take on the day.
Okay, what's next?
Well, it's time for breakfast, but we're not talking about just any old breakfast.
I was going to say, there's got to be something special.
Exactly. We're talking about the anti-inflammatory power bowl.
The anti-inflammatory power bowl. That sounds pretty powerful.
It is, and there's some really interesting research from Harvard to back it up.
Oh, tell me more.
They did a study that found that a fiber-rich breakfast can reduce inflammatory cytokines by a significant 32%.
Wow, just from breakfast. That's amazing.
I know, right? So let's break down what goes into this power bowl.
Okay, I'm ready to take notes.
First up, we have steel-cut oats combined with flax seeds.
A classic combo.
Yeah, but the real star here is the omega-3 fatty acids.
Ah, yes. Omega-3s, those are essential for so many things.
Exactly, and they've been strongly linked to reducing inflammation throughout the body, including in the brain.
Brain health is so important.
It really is.
And I think people often forget that inflammation can impact cognitive function too.
Absolutely.
So getting those omega-3s in early in the day is a great way to support brain health.
Couldn't agree more.
What else is in this power bowl?
Next up, we've got a colorful mix of berries.
Oh, berries. I love berries.
Me too. They're so good, and they're packed with antioxidants.
Especially that powerful antioxidant quercetin, which is known for its anti-inflammatory properties.
Exactly, and then for some crunch, we add almonds and walnuts.
Good sources of healthy fats and protein.
Yes, and they're also rich in vitamin E, which helps to protect our cells from oxidative stress.
Ah, another key player in the fight against inflammation.
Absolutely.
So we've got our oats, our flax seeds, our berries, our almonds and walnuts. Is there anything else?
To round it all off, we have a nice warm cup of ginger tea.
Ginger tea. I love ginger. It's so soothing.
Me too. And there's actually a recent study from Oxford that suggested that ginger can be as effective as over-the-counter NSAIDs in terms of reducing inflammation.
Wow, I didn't realize it was that powerful.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
So this power bowl sounds like the ultimate way to start the day.
I think so. It's delicious, it's
Mhm.
nutritious, and it's packed with anti-inflammatory ingredients.
What's not to love?
Okay, so now it's mid-morning, and you might be starting to feel a little bit of an energy dip.
That's the time when I usually reach for a snack.
Same, but instead of going for something sugary, which can actually promote inflammation, let's think about some smart snacking strategies.
Oh, okay. I'm all ears.
One of our sources really highlighted this Ayurvedic approach with what they called a healing snack.
A healing snack. I like the sound of that.
Yeah, and the key is to focus on food combinations that work synergistically to enhance each other's beneficial properties.
Ah, so it's not just about eating healthy foods in isolation. It's about combining them in a way that maximizes their benefits.
Exactly.
That's so interesting.
So the star combo here is papaya paired with pumpkin seeds.
Interesting combo. I've never thought of that before.
Yeah, papaya contains this enzyme called papain, which is known for its anti-inflammatory effects.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and then pumpkin seeds are a fantastic source of magnesium, which is really important for reducing chronic pain.
Ah, yes, magnesium. That's essential for muscle relaxation and nerve function.
Exactly. Now, remember that secret number 3 we talked about earlier?
Oh, yeah, the one that could lower inflammation by 70%.
Well, this is it.
Really?
Yeah, it's a turmeric and black pepper shot.
Wait, so simple?
I know, but combining turmeric with black pepper can increase the absorption of curcumin by its staggering 2,000%.
2,000%. That's unbelievable.
I know, it's crazy.
So just a pinch of black pepper can make that much of a difference.
Yeah, it really highlights the power of food synergy.
It really does.
Okay, so now it's lunchtime, and we're moving on to the Ayurvedic concept of the Tridoshik plate.
Tridoshik plate. What does that mean?
So in Ayurveda, Tridoshik refers to balancing the 3 fundamental energies, or doshas.
Vata, Pitta, and Kapha.
Right, but the underlying principles can be applied to create an anti-inflammatory meal that benefits everyone, regardless of their dosha.
Ah, so it's a universally beneficial approach.
Exactly, and there's actually a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition that found that individuals who regularly consume a Mediterranean-style lunch, which is rich in herbs and spices, had a 50% reduction in inflammatory markers.
Wow, 50%. That's pretty significant.
It is. So what makes up this inflammation-fighting lunch?
Let's break it down.
Okay, we start with a base of either quinoa or brown rice.
Good choices. Both are gluten-free and packed with nutrients.
And they have a low glycemic index, which helps to keep blood sugar levels stable.
Ah, yes. Stable blood sugar is so important for managing inflammation.
Exactly.
What kind of vegetables are we looking at?
We're going for a variety of steamed veggies like broccoli, spinach, and carrots.
A rainbow of colors.
Exactly. And they're all packed with sulforaphane, which is a powerful detoxifier.
Detoxification is essential for overall health.
Absolutely. And then to add some healthy fats, we have avocado and extra virgin olive oil.
Ooh, two of my favorites.
And a Harvard study found that these can lead to a 40% reduction in heart inflammation.
Wow, so good for the heart and for reducing inflammation overall.
Exactly. And to round out this Tridoshik plate, we have a spiced lentil soup, or dal.
Dal is so comforting and delicious.
I know, and it's seasoned with anti-inflammatory superstars like turmeric, ginger, and garlic.
The triple threat.
Yeah, now here's a little Ayurvedic tip. Add a teaspoon of ghee. to your meal.
Ghee is clarified butter, right?
Yeah, and it's believed to enhance nutrient absorption and have anti-inflammatory effects.
I'll have to try that.
Okay, so we've made it through lunch, and now it's afternoon, that time when many people start to feel a little sluggish.
The afternoon slump.
Yeah, but instead of reaching for that sugary pick-me-up, which can actually make inflammation worse,
Right.
let's focus on smart beverage choices.
Because what we drink can really impact our inflammatory state.
Absolutely.
So what are some good options?
Well, one of our sources highlighted the benefits of matcha green tea.
Matcha green tea. I love matcha.
Me too. And a Yale study found that EGCG, which is a powerful antioxidant found in matcha, can lower inflammatory markers by 40%.
40%. That's impressive.
It is, right?
What else is on the menu?
Another great option is golden milk.
Golden milk. That's a classic Ayurvedic drink.
It is, and it's traditionally used to help with joint pain and gut inflammation.
Yeah, it's so soothing and warming.
And it's basically just turmeric, almond milk, and cinnamon.
Simple yet effective.
Exactly.
Now, what about drinks to avoid?
Well, our source really emphasized avoiding sugary drinks, processed fruit juices, and sodas.
Yeah, those are definitely not going to help with inflammation.
Right, they tend to cause those rapid spikes in blood sugar, which we know can fuel inflammation.
So it's all about making conscious choices.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now it's evening time, dinner time. What's on the menu for our anti-inflammatory dinner?
Well, one of our sources called this the healing dinner plate.
The healing dinner plate. I like that.
Yeah, the focus here is on choosing foods that not only provide nourishment, but also support restful sleep and reduce inflammation overnight.
Because our bodies are still working hard to repair and recover even when we're sleeping.
Exactly. So some of the top recommendations for this healing dinner include wild salmon or mung beans.
Wild salmon, that's a great source of omega-3 fatty acids.
Yes, and mung beans are a lighter protein source that's easy to digest.
So we're going for foods that won't weigh us down before bed.
Exactly. For our veggies, we're having roasted sweet potatoes, which are high in beta-carotene.
Beta-carotene is a powerful antioxidant.
Yes, and it helps to protect ourselves from damage.
What else are we having?
We're also having some steamed asparagus with garlic and lemon.
Asparagus is a good source of fiber and vitamins.
It is, and garlic is a natural immune booster.
And lemon is great for digestion.
Exactly.
So this healing dinner plate sounds both delicious and beneficial.
It is, and here's another Ayurvedic tip. It's called the sunset rule.
The sunset rule, what's that?
It's the idea that you should eat your last meal of the day at least 2 to 3 hours before bed.
So that your body has time to digest before you lie down.
Exactly, and this can really help to reduce inflammation overnight.
Makes sense.
Okay, so the day is coming to an end, and it's time to start winding down for bed.
Bedtime, my favorite part of the day.
And to help you get a restful night's sleep and further reduce inflammation, we're having a special night drink.
Ooh, a night drink. Tell me more.
It's called ashwagandha moon milk.
Ashwagandha moon milk. That sounds heavenly.
It is, and there's actually a study from the University of California that showed that ashwagandha can help to reduce cortisol levels.
Cortisol is the stress hormone, right?
Yes, and high cortisol levels are linked to chronic inflammation.
So by reducing cortisol, ashwagandha can indirectly help to lower inflammation.
Exactly.
That's fascinating.
The traditional Ayurvedic recipe for moon milk combines ashwagandha with nutmeg and warm almond milk.
Nutmeg is so warming and soothing.
It is. And almond milk is a great dairy-free alternative.
So this ashwagandha moon milk sounds like the perfect way to end the day.
I think so. It's delicious. It's relaxing, and it's packed with anti-inflammatory benefits.
Can't ask for more than that.
All right, so there you have it. We've taken a deep dive into the ultimate daily anti-inflammatory diet.
From golden detox water in the morning to ashwagandha moon milk at night.
We've explored strategies for every meal and snack.
And we've woven together the best of modern science and ancient Ayurvedic wisdom.
We really hope that this conversation has given you a better understanding of just how pervasive inflammation can be.
And how it can impact our health in so many different ways.
Exactly.
From aches and pains to brain fog to more serious conditions.
The good news is that you now have the tools to start fighting back.
You can make conscious choices about what you eat and drink throughout the day to actively reduce inflammation.
Absolutely. And we're curious, what was your biggest takeaway from this deep dive?
What resonated with you the most?
Is there something you're excited to try?
And how can you personalize these recommendations to fit your own unique needs and preferences?
And if you found this information valuable, we encourage you to share it with someone else who might benefit.
Because knowledge is power, and sharing knowledge is even more powerful.
Finally, here's a little something to think about as you go about your day.
We've talked a lot about the role of diet in reducing inflammation.
But what about other factors?
Like the mind-body connection.
Or environmental factors?
How do those things play into the complex picture of inflammation?
These are all questions worth exploring.
And we might just dive into them in future episodes.
Until then, stay healthy and keep that inflammation at bay.
And remember, small changes can make a big difference.
Absolutely. We'll talk to you next time.
Bye for now.
Take care.